Hey everyone, Adam DeGrade here to give you 3 power tips if you're an entrepreneur or a producer or a salesperson or someone who's just trying to understand how to get further in life quicker. So the 3 tips I want to give you is very, very important. Grab a pen, grab a piece of paper and write them down. Number 1, you have to know your audience. Who are you speaking to? Number 2, you have to speak to their listening. In other words, how are they hearing what you are saying makes all the difference in the world, not what you're saying. It's how they're perceiving it. So you have to know your audience, speak to their listening, and number 3, you have to sell the dream or present the future to them. Very, very important. Know your audience, speak to their listening, sell the dream. So over the next 3 weeks, we're going to cover all 3 of those. And this week, we're going to get right into understanding how to know your audience. This is really important because most people do not want to do the research to really understand who they're speaking to. Is it a decision maker? Is it an influencer? Is it somebody who's an advisor? The way you tailor your communication comes down to who you're actually speaking to. So for example, if you contacted me directly as the CEO of Crystal Clear and you had something you wanted to present to me, well, I'm a decision maker. And also, I'm an A-type personality, so do a little research on me. Find out who I am, what I like, what I'm into. It's not very difficult nowadays to find out who you're talking to because the internet pretty much has everything you could possibly imagine, potentially for the people that we're speaking with. And this is really the biggest challenge is because most great A-type personalities and producers and people that are entrepreneurial, we are lazy in some ways and don't want to do the actual work. And sometimes we rely on our own natural raw talent to get us through a situation. But let me tell you something right now. If you are underprepared for a meeting or a presentation, you are absolutely going to sell less or actually convert less. So think about this, by the way. At our medical practices, sometimes a mother will call for a daughter. Husband will call for a wife. These are very different conversations you're going to be having versus actually talking to the potential patient yourself. So step 1 in actually helping you convert more business and grow your practice and grow anything as a salesperson or producer and entrepreneur is who are you talking to? Because if you don't understand who you're communicating with, you cannot speak to their listening and you can't sell the dream because you don't know what actually gets them going. And you see, that's the key. Take the time, the energy to know who your audience is. And then next week, we're going to learn how to speak to their listening, how they hear you, how to see around corners, how to listen to what they're saying and what they're doing, not necessarily what you think they're hearing. It's what they're hearing. Speak to the way they're listening. And then the following week, we're going to discuss how to sell the dream more effectively and efficiently. And this is the most important thing, guys. If you do these 3 things all the time, know your audience, speak to their listening, and sell the dream, you can't help but grow. Thanks for listening.